You at Ark Invest have become very closely associated with one stock in particular, and that is Tesla, because you made a lot of waves by attaching a $4,000 price target to the shares at one point.
Yes. As our largest position is down about 29% this year. And it's always been our largest position this year.
Hey guys, so that was a clip from Cathie Woods, the CEO of Ark Invest, and this is back in April 29th, 2019, where she is defending her Tesla to $4,000 call. Now, at that time, that was an insane valuation, but as of today, with Tesla soaring over $2,000, it doesn't seem so insane anymore. And just 2 days ago, I saw this article. Tesla bull says long-term thesis still intact, with a $7,000 price target by 2024, and that was by an Ark Invest analyst called Tasha Keeney. So let's go over this article, but also I wanted to talk about Ark Invest and why you should listen, because they have a history of making seemingly pretty smart choices. So real quick, Ark is a global asset manager specializing in thematic investing in disruptive innovation. The firm is rooted in over 40 years of experience in investing in technologies that aim to deliver outsized growth as industries transform, and that is straight from their website. They offer different types of ETFs, and they really have this focus on disruptive innovation. Tesla is one of their biggest holdings, so of course they are very bullish on it, but back to the article. As most investors know, Tesla shares will be trading at their new split adjusted price on Monday. They are splitting into 5 different shares. The stock closed down about 1% on Friday at $2,213 after touching an intraday high earlier in the day. Their shares are now up 40% since announcing their split. This analyst actually believes that we will see price appreciations from investors misunderstanding it, thinking that it might be cheaper. And that is very, very likely because not a lot of people follow stocks so closely like I do, like a lot of us on YouTube do. They just hear buzzwords and they invest, and they'll see a price point and they're not necessarily going to do more research. A lot of people don't have the time or the interest to do that. So the key takeaway from this article is their thesis is still intact. Our expected value for Tesla by 2024 is still $7,000. They're saying that COVID-19 has solidified Tesla's lead in the electric vehicle space, as the pandemic has slowed down efforts by other manufacturers working on EV. If you think of a traditional automaker who is investing in electric vehicles and basically how they're going to handle that when their core business has really been sinking, and that's not their core expertise. And that makes a lot of sense to me. If you're one of the major big manufacturers, you might not have the resources or the stability to keep investing in these new technologies, whereas this is all Tesla does, and they definitely have a big lead on it. So again, let's go back to Ark and why this matters. Now, $7,000 to me is still pretty high, but Ark has a really good track record, and not only do they preach the word, they practice it too, because let's look at their holdings. Right now in their Ark Invest Innovation ETF, they hold over 300,000 shares of Tesla valued at $800 million, and that is 10% of their company. If you look at their other holdings, they are all pretty big, well-established companies in a very exciting space. They have Square, they have Roku, they have genetic stuff, real estate, Slack. These are all hot companies that have a lot of potential growth, but are big and fairly safe investments. And we can also take a look at their fact sheet. Since their inception in 2014, they've given a return of over 26%. That is well above the S&P 500 index of 10%. So they have a history of making really good calls, of making really good investments. So that is the main reason why I am taking this evaluation or prediction seriously. And then if you go back to this video, all the way back in 2019, I would highly recommend everybody watch this video. She talks about the different metrics and how they scored to give Tesla this evaluation. And it takes into account, sometimes Elon might say something weird, they will ding a point, but at the same time, they'd see that Tesla is investing in another really exciting technology and it goes up a point. You get a glimpse of how a very successful fund rates and grades stock. So personally, I'm holding a couple of Tesla. I wish I could afford more, but after the split, it'll feel like I have a little bit more. What do you think is going to happen after the Tesla stock split? I do think retail investors are going to hop in and pump it up, at least in the short term, but Tesla is known for its cars and known for its swings. So just be careful. Please like and subscribe if that was helpful. I will be watching and analyzing all the news and interpreting what is happening so that regular investors like you and I can better understand things in addition to my options trading journey. So thank you again for watching and stay tuned.
We saw the specs, and our analyst, James Wang, came from NVIDIA. That's what they're replacing. And he said, oh my goodness, this leapfrogs the competition.